Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email, and the email says, Yo, Mr. Locario, I've been trying to follow your advice lately, but I noticed my game isn't very consistent. I sometimes make a good first impression on a girl, but when taking her out on a date, I'm not feeling the same cool and smooth way anymore as when I approached her, and the girl feels that, which gets me rejected at the end. I know there are techniques like neurolinguistic programming to trigger peak performance states. Do you have a method like that to get yourself in that right player kind of state of mind? All right. So, oh man, I gotta go in on this audio because this is some. I'm glad you sent this question because this is something I wanted to talk about for a while, and this question actually goes good to this topic that I'm gonna get into, and it's gonna answer your question right here, because what guys have to understand about the game is that the game is about you. It's not about her. So while I'm reading this, you're saying that, when you first meet a chick, you're trying to make a good first impression, and then later when you take her out on a date, you're not feeling that same smooth, cool way, whatever, and all this other stuff. And so you're saying that your game is being inconsistent, right? Now, the reason why it's being inconsistent is because you're probably doing things for her. So what I mean is you're acting in ways, you're saying things, your actions, whatever you're doing to impress her. Like you said, you're trying to make a good first impression, right? And so when you try to do that, when you try to make a good first impression, when you're doing things for the woman, when you're trying to get girls and you're doing things for the amusement of them or to make them feel comfortable or to, basically do things to try to get something out of them and all this, like when that's your mind state, right, your game is going to be inconsistent. Why? Because you're not doing you. You're not being who you are in the moment and doing what you want to do, right? So the thing is, when you first, talk to the girl or whatever, and you're trying to make this first impression, right? What happens is that when you go out on the next date, or when you go out on a date or whatever with her, and you said you're not feeling that same smooth way anymore and everything, is because that way that you were being, it wasn't really natural. It wasn't you. You understand? It was you putting on something to try to get her to like you, right? So basically, the way that you can make your game consistent, or to keep your game consistent, or to be in that certain state to, make everything consistent, is that you have to understand that the game is about you and not about her. So what that means is that everything that you're doing while you're doing it with this chick should be about you. So what does that mean? That means that you only do things and say things because you want to do them. You understand? So let's say, for example, you are talking to a chick, right? And something pops up in your mind that you want to talk about or you want to say. And then you say to yourself, oh, I don't think I should say this because she might get offended, right? Now, once you start thinking that way, then you're doing shit for her. Right? Now, if you want to say something, something pops in your head and you're having a conversation and you say it, regardless of if you think she's going to be offended or not, then that's you being you. So if you stay on that same track, throughout your interactions with her, that's going to be more consistent, right? And that's going to make chicks more attracted to you because they're seeing the real you. You understand? A lot of times what happens is the reason why you're being inconsistent is because you're putting on certain things. You're putting on a certain type of vibe that's not really you. So since it's not really you, then it's going to seem different and inconsistent when you're dealing with her. So the way that you were when you were chilling with her on Monday is probably going to be different the next time you see you on Thursday, because each time you're putting on a certain type of vibe, which isn't naturally you, right? So the thing is, let's say if when you first met her or whatever, and you were making that trying to make that quote unquote first impression, that good first impression, let's say you were saying jokes, just to try to make her laugh, or you were telling her, oh, I could take you to this place and that place, and in these places you're talking about, you really don't want to go and take her there. You're just saying that because you think that would make her happy. You think that would make her like you. You understand? So now, let's say you said, I'm going to take you to this place or that place. So then next, you go on a date and you take her to that place you said you were going to take her to, right? Already you are, out of alignment with your authenticity by being at that place. So now, you understand, you're basically starting off that date with you not being that smooth, cool guy that you were pretending to be in the first place anyway, that first time you talked to her. So like in the email, you said, I give that good first impression. Then when we went on the date, it wasn't the same anymore. You understand? And the reason why it's not the same is because that wasn't really you in the first place. So if you were just being you from the jump, so when you first met her, and instead of trying to do a first impression or give a good first impression, you was like, hey, listen, you're kind of cute. There's this cool hot dog spot around my way. I want to take you out for some hot dogs and shit. Like, cause you like going to that spot, come through, we gonna hang out and chill and talk and walk in the park or whatever. So now when she comes through to see you, you actually go get the hot dog. Everything is cool because you like going to that spot. And then you got chill and walk around the park and everything is cool. So now you're being consistent with what you were, how you were when you first met her, right? So when you're doing what you want to do, when you're being yourself, when you're doing the type of things you want to do, it's going to stay consistent if you keep being how you are going to be. If you are trying to do things for women, you're always going to come across inconsistent. You understand? The game is about you. It's not about her, right? You have to be consistent. And when I say that you're doing what you want to do, right, that goes all across the board when you're first dating these chicks. So what I mean is that, when you approach her and you talk to her, you're talking to her, and saying things you want to say. You understand? And you plan a date on a day you want to see her. Not, oh, let me see when she's free and let me move around all my things in my schedule for her. No, you tell her, look, I'm going to let you know when I'm free. Oh, look, I'm free on Friday. Let's do this on Friday, right? You meet up with her on Friday. You take her to that hot dog place because that's where you want to go. Don't give a fuck about where she want to go. You're taking her out. You're going to take her to where you want to go. You understand? And then you make the next move on how you want to do. So let's say you're like, oh, this chick is kind of cute. You're thinking, I want to go home and smash this chick. So listen, after we eat these hot dogs, I want to take you back to my place, right? Now, when you're on a date with these chicks, it's not saying that all these things are going to go smoothly as far as, let's say if you wanted to take the chick back to your house, because she might be like, oh, I'm not really sure, whatever, it's too fast. I want to get to know you more and all this other stuff and blah, 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 right? And then you could be like, all right, cool. There's another spot I'm going to take you with, but make sure that's the thing that you wanted to go to. You understand? You say, okay, cool. You don't want to do that. We're going to do this, but this is what I'm doing. And you're coming along for the ride. You understand? And let's say the chick doesn't want to go home with you and you don't even want to go any place but your house, and be like, listen, well, you know what? I really like you, but I really want to take you home. So how about we meet up next week and then we come back to my place and make something happen. I'll give you a call and then you bounce. So whatever the fuck you want to do, you do it. And this is the stuff that makes you extremely attractive to women. Why? Because you're not like every other guy trying to do things for them, trying to impress them, trying to kiss their ass, trying to do everything for them. You stand out, right? Now, the thing is that when you talk about the game, you have to be on some take it or leave it shit with these girls. You understand? This is how I am. This is who I am. You either down or you not. You're either going to cooperate or you're not. It's really that simple, right? And the thing is that when you learn the basics, you learn basic things of the game, because, you might be saying, oh, but aren't you supposed to, learn certain things in the game to make sure that you can do this and say these pickup lines and make these things happen or whatever. And the thing is that anything that you're doing, even when you're, sort of following the rules of the game or the basics of the game, is still about you. So, for example, I got a lot of guys who email me and they say, yo, what's the best way to approach a girl? Should I go direct, Meaning, should I just let her know I want to, holler and make something happen, or should I go indirect? Should I sort of, pick something out in the situation and talk about it, whatever, right? Now, let's go with that direct to indirect example. You going direct when you approach a girl, or you going indirect when you approach a girl, it's still about you. It's not about her. And I'll tell you how. If you are going direct and you see a girl and you go up to her and be like, yo, miss, how you doing? Listen, I think you're really attractive. I want to get your number so we could go out and get a drink sometime, right? Now, you're going up to her to say that, not because you want to impress her, not because you want, her to feel good because you're complimenting her, not because you want her to, like you and validate you and all this other stuff. You are going up to her as being direct, basically to save you time, right? So that's really the point of being direct. So you can basically not fuck with a chick who's going to be playing games, who's going to be wishy-washy, because you're directly letting her know, listen, this is what I want to do. So either you're going to do it or you're not. So don't waste my time. You understand? That's what it's about. The same thing with indirect. When you indirectly talk to a girl, that's basically using something in a situation to, start the conversation or whatever and feel the vibe, right? So if you are waiting at a bus stop, or you go up to a bus stop and the girl's waiting there, and you just walk them to the bus stop and you say to her, yo, how long you been waiting for this bus, right? And then she tells you, oh, I've been waiting for like 10 minutes. And then you get into a conversation and all this other stuff. Now, you're not going indirect and asking her, oh, are you, how long have you been waiting for the bus because you want to get into this conversation so that she can like you, or, try to, say that so that you can get a chance with her to talk to her and all this other stuff, right? The real point of being indirect is when you are being indirect, like you say, hey, how long you been waiting for this bus? All you're seeing is her response to make sure that she's the type of chick who is chill enough, who's cool enough to have a conversation, so that you can continue having a conversation, so that you can give her the chance of you even fucking with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? So every time when I've gone indirect, I'm looking to see how she responds to me. Because if she acts like a bitch, or she ignores me, or she has an attitude, I'm done. That's why I'm going indirect, to see how she's going to act, so that I can be like, okay, well, I ain't fucking with you no more, because I'm looking to see who I want to fuck with. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing it to try to get her to like me. I'm not doing it to impress her. None of that. You understand? And this is what I mean by the game is about you and not her. You understand? And by you continuously doing what you want to do and doing you, you're going to be consistent. The inconsistencies come when you guys are trying to, do things for these girls. This is why, I'm not big on this whole like, oh, you got to build attraction and you got to, build rapport and all this other stuff. Because by you building rapport and trying to build attraction, that's you doing shit for her. You understand? To try to get her to like you. That's why even when I go on dates, to places I want to go. You understand? I remember there were times I would go to the movies with chicks, and back in the day, and I would go see movies that I thought that she would like. Like, it'll be a movie like, I don't want to see this shit, but she probably want to see this shit. So let me go and no. Look, if we go into the movies, we going to see some shit I want to see. If we're going to get a drink, we're going to a bar that I want to go to. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, if I want to call her back the next day or next week, I'm doing it because I want to call her back. Not because I think I should call her back to make sure she still likes me and keep the rapport going and all that. No. You understand? Do what you want to do when you want to do it, and you will be consistent. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. You want to call her again? Call her. You don't call her. You understand? It's that simple. You want to take her here? Take her there. If you don't take her there. You want her to come to your house? Tell her to come to your house. If you don't want her to come through that day, tell her she can't come through that day. Because there's going to be times where chicks that you're dealing with, you're smashing them, you're having sex with them, they're going to call you, hey, can I come over? No. I remember one time I was dealing with this chick, and we were, oh man, we were at this spot, and it was like somebody's house party or some shit. And, you know, we was about to leave, I was about to leave, and you know, she was like, oh, but, you know, can I come over your house tonight? There's some chick I was messing with, whatever. And I was like, nah, tonight's not too good because I'm trying to, you know, just trying to chill. You know what I mean? And then she's like, come on, please, whatever. So then, you know, we're in the room where, you know, there's a room where everybody has their jackets that they took their jackets off and put it in the bedroom, whatever. So there's a pile of jackets in the room. So I'm going in the room to get my jacket. And then she's going to get her jacket. And she's like, come on, please, you know, like, I want to come back with you, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying. Because the thing was, I didn't want her to come back because I had some work to do. And she already came to my house, you know, like twice that week. And I was like, I don't want her thinking this is some regular shit. And then she's like, oh, come on. And then so now I'm getting my coat. And then she gets on her knees and she's, you know, basically trying to give me some head, and she's like, come on, I'll do all this stuff for you, come on, or whatever. And I was like, well, listen, if you want to do that, you could do that right here, because you ain't coming back to my crib. And then she's like, come on. So she starts doing it, and she's like halfway doing it, and then she's like, she kept stopping, and she's like, I'll do the rest if you take me back to your house. I'm like, no, you're not going. So you understand? So I'm like, either you could finish here, or I'm gonna just zip up my pants and I'm gonna bounce. So then she finishes, and, you know, I bust my nut or whatever. And then I still take my ass home. You understand? And she doesn't come to my house. And the thing was, this girl, she was so, like, I don't want to say obsessed, but the thing was, the fact that I was just doing what the fuck I wanted to do and not worrying about how she's going to feel and what she wants and all this other nonsense. Like, she just couldn't get enough of me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the time when I realized, I was like, yeah, this is the move right here. This is the move right here, because I'm just doing what the fuck I want to do. It's not even a move. I'm just doing what the fuck I want to do. And the thing is, when you're first dealing with chicks and you're dating chicks and it's not, you're not in a serious relationship with them, do what the fuck you want. Now, once you get into a serious relationship and you guys are committed and all of that, then, you could become a little bit more lenient. You could sort of like compromise and do shit with your girl or your wife, whatever. That's a different story. But when you're first dealing with these chicks, do whatever the hell you want. You understand? If you want to see her, see her. If you don't. If you want to take her here, take her here. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't do shit for them. Do it for you. You understand what I'm saying? And then trust me, you will be more consistent. You won't have to worry about, oh, am I, is this working out now? Is this not working out? No, just do what you do. And the thing is, don't be outcome dependent. That's the thing where guys mess up on it, is that they're so outcome dependent that they worry about what the outcome's going to be. And then that, makes them start doing things for the girl, because they're like, oh, I really want her to like me, so I'm going to try to do this for her. Or I'm going to try to do this to make sure she likes me and all this stuff. No, you understand? Do what you want to do. The girls who are feeling you are going to resonate with that. They're going to cooperate, and things are going to go down, because you're showing that you're your own man. You are not swayed by the vagina. You understand? You're not out here stressing and simping and doing all this other nonsense for them. You do what you want to do. You understand? And that's going to keep you consistent. That's going to keep the girls around. You understand? And the thing is, the girls who are not feeling you, they're the ones that's going to fall off. You understand? The girls who are feeling you, those are the ones that's going to be really feeling you. Those are the ones who you actually can have as fuck buddies. Girls who will want to keep seeing you and keep making shit happen. You feel me? So that's pretty much it, guys. And guys, make sure you click the link below if you want to send me a question. Also, go to badboymembership.com right now and join the membership, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. And I will talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.